Hey guys, I get the following question all the time. Someone sends me a picture of this and asks me, what on earth is this thing? Well, let me tell you, you are looking at a bona fide mud dauber wasp nest. And these things are crazy cool, crazy scary, and I'm going to show you exactly how to take care of them yourselves. Now, first off, a little bit about the mud dauber wasp. Mud dauber wasps, similar to paper wasp, Africanized honeybees, sawflies, so on and so forth, they're hymenopteric pests, okay? Means they have 4 wings, and the females actually do indeed have an ovipositor and a stinger, so they can sting you. But they're a little bit different than bees and paper wasps and so on and so forth because they actually make their homes out of mud. Yes, it's true. Just like pigs make their little houses out of mud, so do mud dauber wasps. They actually fly around your neighborhood and around your yard, and usually where there's moist clumps of mud, especially here in Southern California where there's a lot of clay in the soil, they make these little mud balls and they fly those balls back to the nesting site where they begin to create one of these mud dauber nests. And they're super interesting because of what they stuff inside of these nests. So the nests are for their larvae, but larvae have to eat, right? So as they're creating the nest, they're also flying around your yard and flying around the area and killing various spiders that they can find and dragging those spiders back to the mud dauber wasp nest and stuffing them inside the same cavity where they put their larvae so that when their larvae hatch, they have breakfast in the morning. Yes, it's true. Mud dauber wasps are literally flying around your yard, gangbanging all the spiders in sight so they can feed them to their unborn children. This is Mother Nature in Southern California. And there's actually different versions of this species all throughout the world. So the first question I often get is, are they dangerous and do they sting? Well, the males don't have a stinger, so they can't sting. Generally, the species is solitary and non-aggressive, but if you mess with them or you accidentally take them by surprise, they can indeed sting you. Also, these nests are unsightly and they're usually in inconvenient places. So here's how you can take care of them yourself. First off, if the mud dauber wasps are present, especially the females, it's probably a good idea to suit up and wear some kind of proper personal protective equipment. If the mud dauber wasp is expired or it's old and you just want to get rid of it, you can actually take some kind of flat spreader or spatula, something metal. Sometimes people use a screwdriver, but you have to be really careful with screwdrivers because sometimes you can push too far through the nest and actually scratch your stucco. Whatever tool you decide to use, you're going to scrape off that mud dauber wasp nest, but go slowly. There's no rush here, okay? And you're going to notice a bunch of spiders fall out and possibly maybe even some old larvae or old little larvae sacs and so on and so forth. And then I like to pressure wash off the mud dauber wasp nest. Once you've gotten rid of the nest, I usually prefer to spray some kind of eco-friendly or organic, especially repellent-based pesticide that generally wants to keep those wasps away from the area because it's been suitable to make a nest once, why wouldn't it be suitable to make a nest twice? And then I begin a robust pest control program on the property because if you have mud dauber wasps, it's usually a sign that you also have lots of spiders, lots of crawling insects, okay? And there's a food chain that's happening that's making it so you can have more and more of these mud dauber wasp nests. And they'll come back generation after generation. In fact, if you look at these mud dauber wasp nests, you'll notice some of them actually have multiple circles on the sides. That's because multiple generations of mud dauber wasps have actually hatched. That little hole is where the larvae comes out. After it's gone through its process of metamorphosis, it will actually come out and fly out, and then generations will return to the same area. So if you've got mud daubers around, you probably have all kinds of other pests, and it's a good sign that it's time to get on a regular, eco-friendly pest control program. If you have any other questions about the mud dauber wasp, or any other wasp for that matter, or any kinds of questions about pest control in general, make sure you leave that question in the comments below, and don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe.